That to say was good to me. Hey y'all, what's up? I am Jaron. I am a voice teacher, speech trainer, and the founder and director of this Blessed by the Best studio, the Jaron M. LaGuerre studio. I have been wanting to get to this group for probably a couple years. They've been on my list for so long, so I'm like, you know what? What better time than now to talk about these wonderful country artists? But before we keep going, I just want to remind you that these hoodies are still available for pre-order, okay? Free shipping with the pre-order. This will not last long. They come out in March, so it's going to end pretty quickly here, okay? So we got the logo right here for the studio, and I'm gonna show you the back real quick just so you see what the back says. Here's the back. Be vocally you. Something I say all the time that I want to encourage y'all to do. The link is in the description box and in the comments below, so you can order your hoodie at any time. But pre-order is happening right now until March, okay? So make sure you get your hoodie. All right, now that that's over, we can talk about what we came to talk about. This is a wonderful performance, and these folk is singing in this performance, okay? So I want to get to it and talk about the good stuff. Here is my voice analysis of War and Treaty singing Cold at the Academy of Country Music Honors.
Girl, the way you broke my heart, shadow like a rock through a window.
It's almost like he's letting the consonants glide when he's singing. Girl, the way I broke my heart, shadow like a rock. You see how I'm kind of letting the consonants kind of glide in production versus, girl, you know you broke my heart. And no, girl, you know you broke my heart. You see, so there's less friction in the consonants here. Yeah.
Thought we had it so good, never really saw his command.
This command. So we kind of changed the vowel and come in, the N sound and come in, it was command, command. So we opened up the vowel a little bit right there. You can kind of hear that nasality, that country twang. Girl, you know you broke my heart. So that soft palate is coming down just a little bit. No, 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 no. You see, it's kind of like a grin and a little nasality. It really gives that twang that we hear here. That grin and that soft palate kind of floating down a little bit.
Oh, why you gotta be so cold? Why you gotta go and cut me like a knife? Put all love on ice.
So he's adding some grit to this sound. Oh, why you gonna break my heart? You see what I'm saying? I can't do it quite like him, but he's adding some compression in here. So the false vocal parts are kind of coming together, a little squeeze right there, kind of like he's pushing something. Girl, you know you broke my heart. Da-da-da-da-da-da, window. And you see, it gives that gritty sound, that texture he adds to the voice. And the voice is bigger too. The voice got a little bit more thicker in sound, and the mouth is more open in the chorus right here. So he's kind of bringing more grit and more power in this part of the song.
Girl, you know you left this hole.
You can see his air, this hole. You can kind of see him pushing that air a little bit. Because to me, how I teach kind of the grit or the squall or growl, whatever you want to call it, there's a bit of added air pressure to that sound. It's not just things coming together and compressing here. There's a little bit of added air pressure, in my opinion. And so you saw him on ho. You see his body kind of pressing in. Ho! As he sung that word right there.
Right there in the middle of my soul.
Right here in the middle. A little vibrato on the grit right there. Right here in the middle of my... You hear the shake in my voice that I'm adding right there? Right here in the middle. It wasn't right here in the middle. No. Right here in the middle. Kind of like a tremolo growl. Like a tremolo squall. Tremolo grit. Something like that. Wobble grit. I don't know. Something. Yeah.
Whoa, why you gotta be so cold?
So he kind of backed away on that last word of cold right there. So the D, because we couldn't hear it, the D was kind of lessened right there. He probably said a small D at the end of cold, but the mic was too far away to catch the D. But he faded away and backed it from that mic. Cold. And that can kind of add an effect to the voice too, how you use the mic and how you position yourself in the mic. Cole. So if the mic is here, Cole. Now I'm doing the decrescendo vocally, but he did it by way of using the microphone and just backing away a little bit. That kind of gives that effect to it. Yeah. That to say was good to me. To say. It gave me a little Patti LaBelle. You know, give me a little Patti right there. How she uses her soft palate and how she uses that twang in her voice and how she even positioned the mouth. To say. It wasn't to say. To say. It was almost like the corners of the mouth kind of came up just a little bit. To say. It wasn't spread. It was more like a pucker than anything else. To say. Kind of like a corners of the mouth, lip pucker combo, something happened right there. Yeah.
Anybody ask me about you, I guess I'll tell them I'm without you.
Without you. You see how she opened up that vowel right there? Without you. Without you. So the soft palate came down during the vowel. Without you. You see when I bring the soft palate down, it kind of gives that twangy nasal sound. Without you. But also the tongue got lower too. Without you. So when I lower the tongue and lower the soft palate, it kind of gives that sound instead of you. If I kind of left the tongue up on you, but then brought the soft palate down, it would be more like a muted you. You. But when I bring both the tongue and the soft palate down, you. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So I'm doing more than one thing at the same time to give that texture. That's what she did right there. She gave a change in the vowel while the vowel was happening, which is really cool.
How am I supposed to live when I build my life around you?
Yeah. She kind of backed away with the little breathiness on that. Yeah. And again, she opened up the vowel again. Yeah. Instead of you. Yeah. Yeah.
Now try to put yourself in my shoes.
Shells. She does that vowel change a lot in this song. I like it though. It really gives me like country Patti. Like country Patti LaBelle. I like it.
Why you gotta be so cold? Why you gotta go and cut me like a knife?
You see how they say like a knife the same way? Cut me like a knife. It wasn't cut me like a knife. Cut me like a knife. So they both said it the same in terms of articulation and vocal track shaping. So that's why that blend is there. Even the pacing, like a knife, how they paced it rhythmically, it gave a unified nuance and a unified execution of that like a knife part right there. Yeah. So he played with the vowel of so. So, they added a little glottal so. Right there, a little glottal onset right there, like a little glottal stop right there.
Whoa. Why you gotta be so cold? I can only feel my love hanging on. I don't feel like it's over. I'm still on fire. Why you gotta be
I love how I personally hear elements of church in this. I know this ain't church, this is country, whatever, but how they sing is really giving me some church elements in there. How he's settling and pressing in that compression, that grit that he's doing, and her holding them notes out, them high notes. and how they sing together, it's giving me a little church a little bit. I like it though. But you see, both of them are really using their torso and using their breathing muscles to really help and support this high intensity singing with these long notes and these intense lines and everything. Oh, why you gotta be so cold? And he had a lot of throws in there too. Na 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 na. Then they add some runs in the chorus as well, but they have a lot of vocal glissandes or throws while they're singing this song too, and they kind of press in the throw with the grit, with the high notes, with the soft palate. Yeah, they really press in and really sing and sell these lines and these words. He kind of went into like a heady voice, ha ha ha, and used that soft palate a little bit still, ha, and really kind of made it ring, you know, resonance wise, ha, and add a little grit in there too. You can add grit in your head voice, thin folds, head dominant, whatever, head mix, whatever you want to call it. You can add compression up there too. You can. It's about balance. It's about finding air pressure balance, compression balance, and voice use balance. It's about just finding what works for you where you're not hurting yourself while doing it. So you don't have to do it all the way full throttle. Just give it a little bit of a little, you know, within reason, within moderation. Then you'll probably be able to find a balance of what that color may sound like on you, you know? And everybody's different. So you may have different stamina levels of this type of singing. So you may not want to sing like this, and that's okay too. But it's just all about finding the balance that works for you, the individual, versus just trying to go full throttle and scream and hurt yourself. It's like, how can I do it a little bit less or find a balance that works for me, you know?
Why you gotta be so cold? Why you gotta go and cut me like a knife? Put our love on night. Oh, girl, you know you left this hole right here in the middle of my soul.
He had a more glottal pops in his run right there. And he had that wobble grit again, that vibrato tremolo grit that I talked about earlier. It just intensifies each time he does it. So the first one was intense, but this one's a little bit more intense. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Why you gotta be
so instead of so, it was sigh. So instead of S-O, it was sigh. Almost like a A-I. Sigh. But then he added a little nasality and a little twang and vibrato. Sigh. You see what I'm saying? So he adds these colors and these little nuanced things, resonance-wise and vocal tract-wise and articulatory-wise, to make these sounds happen. Like, that's to me like Vanessa Armstrong meets Patti LaBelle a little bit. Again, a little church. But I love it. I love this kind of stuff. Love this kind of stuff. If you enjoyed this analysis, click subscribe down below. Then click the alert button next to it so you know when the next video is posted. And give this thing a thumbs up if you liked it as well, so we can get it out to more people. And remember to buy this hoodie on pre-order right now. But before we go, I always want to say to you, be vocally bold, creative, and aware. But most of all, be vocally you. I love y'all so much, and I'll see y'all soon.